How crazy is it that nearly 25% of college freshmen gain at least 10 pounds in their first semester at college? Actually, it's not that crazy because I experienced it. Rachel, my girlfriend, experienced it, and so many of my friends looking back experienced gaining weight in their first semester or year at college, right? The freshman 15. And I really wish I had this resource back then. Book Thinkers family, today I'll be reviewing my biggest takeaways from a book I just finished reading, The Greatest College Health Guide You Never Knew You Needed by coaches Jill and Dave Henry. And the subtitle reads, How to Manage Food, Booze, Stress, Sex, Sleep, and Exercise on Campus. Looking back, as a college freshman, I really could have used help navigating every single one of these areas. I went from a very structured household to total gluttonous chaos my first semester at college. And then I was actually an RA. I was a residential advisor or residential assistant on campus my sophomore and junior years. I was in a freshman dorm helping to answer these questions for other freshmen. And looking back, one of the problems with that is that as a freshman, I was way too insecure to raise my hand or knock on my RA's door and ask questions about these subjects, even though I had so many of them, because you wanted to look cool and you wanted to figure things out, and that's part of the college experience. But what I've realized is that experience is not always the best teacher. Other people's experience is a better teacher than your own because you can shortcut the line. You can understand how to navigate these hurdles without actually facing them yourself. And there are so many benefits to that. I would have had a lot less hangovers. I would have had to hit the gym a little bit less to lose some of that extra weight. I would have been able to handle the stress better and I think perform better in the classroom. So many other things had I read this book. So if you are a high school student, I highly recommend this book. If you are an existing college student, you better buy a copy immediately. And if you know somebody who's going through that experience today, please gift them a copy of this book. Check out this section from the beginning that I wanted to read that sort of highlights the college experience perfectly. Jill and Dave say, quote, access to temptation coupled with a lack of structure creates a perfect storm. Isn't that the truth? Which brings about an increased risk of many other health concerns, such as chronic stress, severe sleep deprivation, which I totally experienced all of college, anxiety, depression, alcohol abuse, eating disorders, and suicide. College isn't easy. And the simple problem at the heart of most struggles for millions of students who enter every year, a lack of knowledge about how to effectively take care of themselves. You go from a structured household, like for me, in the world of food, as an example, my parents made breakfast every day when I was in high school. They packed my lunch, or I ordered lunch, and then they put together dinner every night. So my eating was very structured, and we had house rules about snacking and limits to that kind of stuff, especially while I was growing up. And then you go to college, and you socialize in the dining hall. You hit the dining hall after a good workout. You hit the dining hall when you're bored. You hit the dining hall to do your homework, and you're just eating constantly. And then you think, oh, these dining halls are businesses. Every college and university is a business. They're trying to make money. So what do they serve? Cheap food. Cheap food with bad calories. It's going to make you fat. And that's the reality of college. The freshman 15 has bazillions of search results when you put it in Google because it's such a common thing. Like I said at the beginning of today's review, nearly 25% of college freshmen gain 10 pounds in their first semester, not even their first year. So a book like this can help solve a lot of problems. And then it deals with other parts too. Like I really enjoyed the part about alcohol in here. They talk about the different alcohol content in the different forms that you might get. So like what's the difference between a beer and a glass of wine and the different types of mixed drinks? How do you handle hangovers? How do you manage your alcohol or like blood alcohol content while you're drinking so that you're not hungover the next day and that you don't make a fool of yourself and black out? So all of that kind of stuff that I really wish I knew up front, that I learned through trial and error and a bunch of bad, embarrassing mistakes, could have been solved by having a copy of this book. So that's today's review. Please comment down below. Let me know if you have any comments on your college experience. And like I said, if you know somebody who's going through college or about to go through college, a niece, a nephew, a kid, whoever it is, please gift them a copy of this book. they will wish they had it. As an RA, I wish I had copies of this to hand to students that were too insecure to ask me questions about the subjects that this book covers, just like I was insecure as a freshman. All right, that's today's review. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and talk soon. Go read something. Bye.